Rebuilding after the storm. Have you ever felt a sudden, brutal crack split your world in two? Not a slow unraveling, but an instant rupture. Like waking up a stranger in your own skin, breathing through the ruins of everything that once felt solid. I know that freefall. The silence after the impact. The ache that follows the moment your life stops making sense. I remember the night my foundation gave way. I was sitting in the dark, in a room that used to feel like home. But that night, it felt like a prison. Not because of the walls, but because of the grief pressing in from every direction. A dream I had bled for was gone. A relationship I believed in vanished like smoke. And my confidence? It wasn't just bruised, it was annihilated. I wasn't just lost, I was unrecognizable to the world and to myself. And maybe you know exactly what that feels like. Maybe you're standing in that silent aftermath right now, staring at the shattered pieces of a life that once made sense, asking, how do I begin again when the me I knew is gone? If that's where you are, I need you to hear me clearly. This is not the end. It feels like it, because pain has a way of making finality feel real. But what if I told you this isn't destruction? It's undressing. It's life peeling away the layers that were never truly you. We've all been taught how to build, to construct plans, identities, expectations, but no one teaches us how to break. How to lose without losing ourselves. How to fall without believing we're unworthy of rising again. Let me say something hard but holy. Rock bottom is not your grave. It is the rawest, most honest ground you will ever stand on. Because in the rubble, when everything performative is stripped away, you finally meet the version of yourself that was buried beneath all the pretending. The one with unfiltered eyes, the one still breathing. The one holding the power to begin again. Not from the top, but from the truth. Psychologically, our minds resist collapse. They panic. They bargain with ghosts from the past. They grasp for a version of the future that no longer fits. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes the breakdown is your becoming. It is the violent, sacred birth of who you really are. And yes, it hurts. Because pain has teeth, confusion screams, loneliness echoes. But these aren't signs of weakness. They are signs of awakening. Look at nature. Wildfires devastate, but in their ashes, something strange happens. Certain seeds crack open only in fire. Some forests can't regenerate until they've burned. So maybe, just maybe, this isn't the end of your story. Maybe it's the moment your roots finally take hold in deeper soil. Let's not sugarcoat it. Rebuilding isn't elegant. It's messy. It's crying in the shower at 2 a.m. It's whispering, I'm not okay, and choosing to keep going anyway. It's forgiving someone who will never say sorry. It's letting go of who you thought you had to be, so the real you can breathe for the first time. In my darkest hour, I didn't need cliches. I didn't want to hear, everything happens for a reason. I needed someone to look me in the eyes and say, you're allowed to grieve, but you're also allowed to rebuild. Not to rush, not to prove anything, but because your story doesn't end here. You are not the betrayal. You are not the collapse. You are not the version of yourself that broke. You are the one who learned. You are the one who stayed when it hurt. You are the one who refused to leave yourself behind. So I'm speaking directly to you now. You are not broken. You don't need fixing. You need to be rebuilt with honesty, with gentleness, with permission to start from the ground up. That takes time. That takes solitude. That takes the radical courage to release the person you were taught to be, so you can step into the person you were always meant to become. So breathe, not because it solves everything, but because it proves one thing: you're still here. And if you're still here, your power isn't gone. It's been waiting for you, quietly, patiently, for this moment right now. You don't have to go back to who you were. You're not meant to. This isn't about rebuilding the old life. It's about creating something wiser, something deeper, something beautiful from the brokenness, like an ancient mosaic, crafted from shattered pieces. Your life can still be breathtaking, not because it's untouched, but because it survived. So don't rush the sacred work of rebuilding, but for the love of everything inside you, don't abandon it either. Because one day, someone will hear your story. They'll see who you became, and they'll whisper to themselves, if they made it through that, maybe I can too. And in that moment, you'll understand. The breakdown wasn't your undoing, it was your rebirth. It was the day everything false died, so that everything real could begin.